Welcome back to another episode of the 5 on 5 podcast presented by Nukes Hot Sauce and directmusicservice.com. Promo code over there is 5 on 5, FIVEON FIVE.
Is it going to flash? Is it going to flash across the?
Does it? You're putting extra stuff for Nick to do.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Let's go.
Hold up a piece of paper. Just hold a piece of paper for it.
Yeah.
FIVEON FIVE is the promo code over there. Save 30% off your first month on directmusicservice.com. Any membership, and over there on Nukes Hot Sauce, you'll save some bucks, get some spice in your life.
Hey, and check it too.
Check the box.
Check the box. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified every time we drop on YouTube to see our beautiful faces. Okay, let's rock.
He's right. I am one of your hosts, Phenom, coming to you live from Portland, Oregon. Down the street from me, Jupiter Williams. Check the box. Down the street from him in Sin City, Belly the Beast, Neek, the Sheriff Lopez.
The Sheriff, man, he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. And up in the six, we're heading up north today. We're going up to Toronto. We have the legend with us joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. It's Big Jax.
Boom, 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 boom. No, there it is.
Yeah. All right, I got to talk about that. First off top, is Drake the man up there, or is that just like down here?
No, he's the man, dog. He's okay. Like Drake. I mean, people are gonna hate, people are gonna love, but he's the man, dog. Like he's the man for real. Like you can't. I don't know, man. You can't. he changed the whole culture of the city. He changed the whole culture of the country. People were doing it before him. There's a whole lot of legacy and foundation before him, but he changed everything here, and people love him. We love him out here for the most part. You know, there's always gonna be some haters, but no, we love him out here.
Have you had any interactions with him?
Yeah, he came to a gig of mine. I was doing like this restaurant gig, and he pulled up the night before Views came out. So it was him, Obi O'Brien, Future the Prince, his who used to be his tour DJ, but I think he's now like his business manager and shit. So I mean, I've known Future for a minute. We played some gigs together back in the day. I had never met Drake before, but he came through that night. He just, was hanging out, drinking mimosas. Oh no! He was drinking Bellinis. He wasn't drinking
Bellinis. Yes.
Yo,
that's Drake. Yeah,
he was drinking Bellinis, and they were chilling. They were super cool. The manager at the time was like, play some Drake, and he wanted, like, the manager was hella corny, the owner, he was hella corny, and he was like, he wanted me to play like Hotline Bling and shit. But I played all that, but then I started playing like some Obi O'Brien tunes because I know, the whole entourage is there, but no one's expecting to hear Obi O'Brien tune, right? So I played like Steve Nash, and they're all wilding out. I don't think Obi like expected me to play that. I played some other shit, and then they came over at the end of the night just to say peace and everything, and I just held Drake up. I introduced myself, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are." And I was like, "Oh word, okay, cool." I mean, we have mutual friends and stuff like that, so it's gonna happen. But that was the only time I had met him. I seen him around a few times. Like I seen him back in the day when I was playing like a 555 Soul sample sale. He came through, and this was like even before he was like Drake. So at the time I see him, I was like, oh, it's a light-skinned nigga from Degrassi. Okay. But yeah, I mean, he's always around, man. So yeah.
That's dope. Yeah. No, that's dope. And I love that game recognizes game. That's always my favorite when somebody like that can be like cool enough to come up and dap up with the DJ and be like, yo, you made the night. It's not me being here, it's you. This is your show.
Yeah, he definitely understands that, and he's good at, like, he does keep his ear to the street, because I remember he pulled up to the same gig. I wasn't there that night. My other homie was playing, and he was like, yo, play some new Toronto shit for me. He wanted to hear, like, some of the new artists. Like, he keeps tapped in. So I definitely respect that.
That's dope. What about on the flip side? What about Abel? Is Abel around?
I haven't seen him. But again, we have mutual friends and mutual homies and stuff like that. So like, he's definitely out there.
Sure.
I mean, like most of the notable people that you probably asked me about, I've seen, but he's one I haven't. Yeah.
I want to slide that in before we get into the 5-on-5 here. What is, if you had to predict based upon what you saw, did you think Drake would be as big as he was going to be? Did you think Weeknd would be as big? No way.
Oh hell no. Because so like when Drake first came out too, I remember like it was just such a different time, man. Like we just weren't used to seeing people get that level of success, and then even when he got it, it was like dope. But like I remember going to New York and hearing like Hot 97 was playing all this shit. Like we're playing like it was like the Unstoppable joint, the Santi Gold, was it Santi? Yeah, it was like that one. It was the Licky Lee joint, and then like some other stuff, all from like that early stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. It's cool to see that. But like, you could never anticipate that he was gonna be like what he became. It was cool to see it, and it was like we were just proud. We were just happy to see, the man them getting like radio play in America.
Yeah.
But you couldn't have foreseen that.
Damn.
Right. And even with The Weeknd too, like, because I mean when The Weeknd first came out, his stuff was super dark and real kind of like, I said like cocaine white girl kind of music and shit like that.
Right.
But I think once he started doing like the Can't Feel My Face kind of stuff, and like I couldn't have expected him to even blow up and cross over into pop like he has either. You know what I mean? But he made the right choice in my mind, because I think if he still was doing what he was doing when he first came out, he definitely wouldn't be where he's at today.
Right. Weeknd was on a trajectory to just be kind of an indie kind, not like backpack, but very niche. You know, where it's like if you know, you know.
Frank
essentially, Frank Ocean. Essentially, the route of Party Next Door. You know, like that was another one.
Would have had like a cult following, but not monumental super pop star.
Yeah, right. And especially around that time, I felt like there was a lot of like the big thing was like mysterious R&B. You know what I mean? Like you didn't really know what people looked like. The music was real dark. The imagery of them was really dark. So, but it was like, how long can that sustain for an artist? And even like a Frank Ocean, he's got that cult following, but like he wasn't like dark and mysterious like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's you mentioned in Party. I feel like Party is kind of like, you look at The Weeknd, you look at Party, and Party's done a lot of writing and stuff like that. But I've always loved Party's music, more than most. So I wish that he was getting more attention, even though he's gotten lots. But
I feel like Party is exactly what Weeknd would have been if he didn't do all that stuff.
Yeah. But on the flip side, at least for Party, is like he's wrote records like Work and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like even though he hasn't been in the forefront so much, he's been doing some great things.
Yeah, Rihanna got him locked up in Barbados somewhere.
fully.
Have you seen him? When was the last time you seen him?
It's been a long time. I seen him like one time.
He in Barbados.
Yeah. Hey, if he's in Barbados writing for Rihanna or doing whatever for Rihanna, then stay.
He like midwifing for Rihanna right now. I'm so mad. I want Party to come back, man. Just release that man.
Okay, let me ask y'all, what's your favorite Party joint?
Man, I really love Believe It.
Damn.
Okay. That's the one that I go back to a lot. And then what, that Freaking You?
Okay.
That Freaking You,
Freaking You was dope.
And Low Battery.
Okay. Okay.
I like Loyal. It goes off. I
love Loyal so much. I love Loyal. And I feel like Loyal is one of those cuts that like didn't fully blow up. So like it goes off well here, and it's dope to play it like in the Afro kind of sets or leading in or out of Afro sets. And I feel like it never got the love it deserved. So I play that record all the time too.
It's like Guatemala from Ray Shremmerd. It's
wow.
you know, like
Yeah.
in the could have been, should have been.
Yeah.
We know it's great. DJs love it. The crowd is just like, all right, what's next? You know.
Yeah.
SLS.
But when you play it, it still works though. It still works.
It still works. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
SLS is one of my favorite, hands down, party record. With that Drew Hill flip.
Okay.
That is hands down one of my favorites.
I always feel like I'm like, oh, I don't really know that much party. And then
that's okay.
No, he's got hella songs. Like
he does.
He does though.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, because I love Loyal. I love Kehlani Freestyle or Things and Such. I think that's my favorite one. But and Break from Toronto. If you play Break from Toronto here, like
what's that?
Stupid.
What's that song?
The Miguel sample in there.
What is that? What is that song that he's talking about? Oh fuck! It was on his last album. He's talking about. Hold on, Number Crunch.
He had a
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back.
Pull it up.
He had that track with Calvin Harris too.
Yes.
Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Run
Up.
Not ready. Yeah.
Not ready.
Oh, Not Ready. No,
and Run Up.
Run Up was the Major Lazer joint. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Ghost Town. He's on Ghost Town with Kanye. People forget that from Ye.
He's still here. He's still here.
Yeah. Wouldn't leave.
He's doing his thing. Not as frequent.
Oh, Savage Anthem. Sorry.
Okay.
Savage Anthem. My God.
Yeah.
That boy's something else in that song. He is something else.
Oh, he's on Cash Out with Schoolboy Q and Calvin too.
Yes.
Oh
that's
wow.
the
Okay. Yeah.
That man, Calvin Harris just picks the best features.
Dog. Yeah. That Funk Bounce album. Yeah.
Mm.
We're ready. Number 2 coming
We're ready.
Soon. Yeah. It seemed like such a pipe dream, but you know what? Calvin has just been chilling, and that's another person that was probably in Barbados just chilling. And is slowly writing things down, slowly making music, and all 12, all 15 of those, all 18 of those songs will be played in the club.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Lucy I play, the Weeknd, Weeknd remix.
Oh yeah,
SZA.
the SZA. Yeah, definitely.
Just a Lucy.
And I feel like he went on an interesting path because when he first came out, or when I first got familiar with him, I think it was the I Created Disco album, the one with the yellow cover.
Album. Yeah,
right.
That's the first one.
There's some joints on there, and it's like it's like funky. It was around the time when like a lot of like the new disco stuff was starting to really take off, and like blog house kind of stuff. And he kept it on the funky side, and I know he kind of went a little left with gone to like the fist pump territory for a minute. I understand, but then he brought it back again with the last album. So I was like, okay, I rate him. I rate his stuff.
Even like during lockdown, he started that Love Regenerator stuff, and it was just like really deep techno, and he just went full. Calvin, I think at the end of this shit, probably in like another 10 years, we're gonna be looking at him the same way we look at Tiesto and Cascade.
Interesting.
Without a doubt. Yeah. And he's made us so much money. Like if you have a moment where you're like, I don't know what to play, you can probably plug a Calvin Harris song in there.
Yeah.
Even on a rap night, even on a disco night, even on a house night, there's most likely a song that he has for you,
100%.
And it's kind of crazy. So, Calvin, I know you're listening. I know you're a huge fan of the podcast.
Shall we get into the thing?
Yeah, let's get into the thing here. What we do every week, we compare two artists head to head, their top 5 songs as viewed most popular on Spotify.
Oh, wow.
We have 2 artists that I've put together today. Gentlemen, without further ado, I'm just going to get into it. This week is Monica versus Fabolous.
Ooh, I thought you were going to go with Brandy.
Nope. Nope. The easy
hold on a
one.
second. Let me why Monica versus Fabolous?
No rhyme or reason.
Okay.
They're both still kind of played in the club. They both kind of have that nostalgia factor.
I play the shit out of Monica in the club.
I play the shit out of Fabolous. So I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I be getting mad too, Jay, at like sometimes when the picks don't make like there's no correlation.
Yeah,
that drives me a little bit nuts. I'm like, where is the correlate? Why? And they're just like, because it's fun.
Yeah, that's what we do. We have fun.
But we were talking about like we'll get into the lightning round, and you'll see some of them correlate, and some of them are just to fuck with people.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I have a feeling this might be kind of close this week, so let's see what you guys think.
Really?
Round 1, The Boy Is Mine or Fabolous, Into You. We'll start with our guest, Big Jax.
I'm gonna have to go with The Boy Is Mine.
Okay.
Sorry, Into You, like the Tamia and Fabolous Into You.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if it was just a Tamia solo, I would have went with Tamia because that's CanCon, that's Canadian content too, right? Because she's from Windsor. But The Boy Is Mine is a certified classic too. So you got Brandy and Monica dueling for the Anthem on there. So I'll go with Boy Is Mine.
All right, Travis.
Boy Is Mine. Brandy and Monica dueling for what? Tyrese? Wasn't it Tyrese?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was
Tyrese that they were dueling for.
Fast and Furious Tyrese?
Nah, pre.
Nah,
R&B Tyrese. Sweet Lady Tyrese.
Oh.
Model Tyrese.
Model Tyrese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, Boy Is Mine. I remember this was another one of those situations to where we were trying to figure out who was going to get top billing for it. You remember with the Mariah and Whitney song?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who was going to be top billing. Like that was a thing back then.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Monica and Brandy are both superstars, so it's like they both owned it,
right?
In my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Was this a real beef?
Yeah.
This was a real beef.
I think it was turned into a real point.
It was a friendship and then turned into a beef, or a beef and then into a friendship?
I think it turned into a beef.
Yeah. I think it did.
Monica and Brandy was like a real feud. And I think it happened after this song. Because it happened because of the song. I don't want to, obviously.
Right.
I don't know everything about
come
everything.
For that
YouTube
head.
will come from my ass if I'm wrong.
1980.
I think may have happened is that there was a discussion of whose the song was and who was the featured artist.
Right. Right.
So was it Brandy featuring Monica or Monica featuring Brandy?
Right.
Whose album was
Did y'all watch the verses between Brandy and Monica?
Wasn't Monica drunk as shit? Like was it that one?
I don't think it was that one. I think it was Shaka Khan who was drunk.
Oh,
maybe
that's right. You're right.
But the Brandy and Monica one, I remember like watching that one, and you could still tell there was
some
Monica. Yeah, Monica was not playing games.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Years later, the beef is alive and well.
It's still here.
Red hot.
I feel like it's like okay now, but they were playing it like they're all good, but you could tell Monica was not.
I think when you do a verses, it kind of like rekindles.
Yeah.
Right.
They better figure out they're doing that. I think they're doing that. What's that? Lovers and Friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're both on it. If not, I know why there's beef. If they're not both on it, if somebody booked one and not the other, asshole.
Now we got to beef.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with The Boy Is Mine. Same reason. I feel like if it was just the Tamia version, I would have gone with that, not the Fabolous version.
Fair.
Not that it's a bad song. I just
if
I had to pick between which I'm so into you, I'm listening to the Tamia version, not the Fabolous version.
Yeah, definitely.
Round 2, gentlemen. Angel of Mine from Monica or Make Me Better from Fabolous. Let's start with Neek.
Make Me Better. Refresh my memory. Is that an early cut?
Timberland.
You make me better.
With Neo, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Timberland.
Angel of Mine. Yeah. Nah, this is. I love Fabolous. Not this era though. This was when he was like a pop fucking monster, just on everything.
Yeah.
he gave me, this is so fucked up. He gave me like Flow Rider vibes back then.
Damn, Nick.
Just
flow right on that.
Yeah,
like just
man.
a fucking corny rapper on
Damn,
pop
Nick,
tracks.
Nick.
I didn't feel this way later because I ended up really liking Fabolous again.
Chill.
But this little pocket, I'm good.
There's about to be a new beef between Fabolous and Nick.
I didn't feel that way in the beginning, and I didn't feel that way after this. But this little pocket, I felt that way.
Wow. Wow. Fabolous, if you're listening, I don't feel that way.
I do not either.
I mean, dude, get your bread. It's just corny.
Trav.
Angel of Mine.
Okay.
Yo, little guitar in there. I believe her love interest in this was Young Buck in the video.
Shout out to Young Buck.
So yeah. I want to say they might have been dating at the time too.
So yeah.
I might be wrong on that. But Angel of Mine, that song is fire, man. That little guitar and that little Spanish guitar. Oh.
You play that?
I haven't in a while. I'm gonna bring it back.
I thought you meant Spanish guitar.
during
Tony Braxton?
He's like, yeah, I play. I twiddle around a little.
Tony Braxton. I play that. I do play that.
Yeah.
That Trackmaster's Spanish guitar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's go to Jay. Which way are you going on this?
Oh man. Angel of Mine is like something that I probably would listen to more so at home, but if we're talking about like in the club, I'm gonna go with Fab. I'm gonna go with Fab on this too.
Mm-hmm.
Timberland production, Neo on there, like peak Neo. Fab was not like Flow Rider to me.
No, me neither.
And I remember there was like a real like obscure remix because apparently wasn't that like that Timberland be kind of like modeled around Raekwon Rainy Days or something like that?
Was it?
That's what I heard. So if that's true, then like just for the Raekwon reference, I'm gonna take the Fab.
It makes it cooler.
Gotcha. Fair.
Sure.
Yeah.
Round 3, gentlemen. Monica, So Gone, or Fabolous, Can't Let You Go. Let's start with Neek.
Start with me.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Catch it up.
Fine. You'll go last. Let's start with Trav.
Yo, So Gone with these remixes, man. So many remixes of this damn song, bro.
Yes.
Nah. Can't Let You Go. Can't Let You Go.
A full lead and then
you switched. Oh wow.
Yeah. I actually played the song a lot.
I gotta erase I wrote it down for you. Tricked me. I thought you were full in on Monica. That's good.
All right. No, Fab.
Can't Let You Go. Jax.
So Gone, man. So that might be my favorite Monica song. That Missy, Missy Monica.
Yeah.
The whole era of Missy is crazy to me, and that's probably my favorite one out of all of them. And then the remix with Busta and come on.
That one?
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
I mean, that remix is hard. I don't really care for Busta on it so much, but like.
No, you're right.
That beat, yeah.
It is, yeah, and I'm with you on that. It's my favorite remix of it. Of the many remixes that came out. God damn.
Heat. Remember when there was huge remix packages for all this shit? There was.
This is like the height of the remix.
The mixtape,
like everything
remixes.
Had a remix.
Yeah.
And you're
and
like,
Busta Rhymes had to be on everything. So
everything.
Busta was on so many remixes back then.
Yeah.
He had more remixes than he did like albums.
Yeah, he was just doing guests at that spot, and then.
Can I mention one thing too with So Gone?
Yeah.
I love the fact that the 213, the So Fly, 213, the Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, and Warren G,
right.
They freaked it too. So that's like an extra bonus point.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That was a hell of a collab.
It was.
That shit's dope. I fuck with that. Neek, can I ask you now which way you're going?
Monica.
Okay.
Favorite Monica
Good
song.
choice. Good choice.
I think it's funny because like every time I hear it, I think of new Monica, and I just think they don't do that anymore. They don't shout new whoever.
Was that Clue?
It was Missy.
It was Missy. That was Missy that did it on this one. The other day I was playing like a throwback event, and I played a Flowetry Where You Are remix with Mos Def. And in the beginning, it said Mos Def yells "New Flowetry," and Shred lost it. Like he was like "New Flowetry." So now every time I play one of the songs or like remixes from that era, there's always a new whoever.
Because she did that. Missy did that on the Monica. She did it on the Jasmine Sullivan. She did it on the Keisha Cole "Let It Go."
All right.
Keisha.
Yeah.
Always a new something, and then 10 years from now, you're like, nah, it's not new.
That and saying what year it is at the beginning of the track, you're like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hey,
don't do
Who
that.
Shot You still goes though.
Yeah. And
That's
Cash Money 99 in 2000. That's
that's
classic. That's classic.
Well,
what year is
Snoop had one, didn't he? Then he had the 9.2 plus 4 pennies or whatever.
Yeah, 9 plus 4 pennies.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Outside of that, no one's like, it's 2022. No. Round 4, Monica for You I Will, or Fabolous, Throw It in the Bag. Let's start off with Big Jacks.
I'm gonna throw it in the bag again because the remix too. I think about because the original was with The Dream.
The original was with The Dream, and then they remixed the Dream song.
They remixed the Dream song, and then they got Drake on.
And then they got Drake.
So, I'm gonna throw it in the
bag. Let's go to Travis.
Throwing in the Bag. The Throwing in the Bag remix of February Love by The Dream. And you don't even get to that part of the sample until 20 minutes into the song.
Love it.
That song is so long.
Like
and,
fancy.
So great. Great. So Throwing in the Bag.
Neek.
Monica.
This is Space Jam. Feel Space Jam?
Oh yes, absolutely. 100 million, 10% Space Jam. But this is my least. Again, this is that pocket of Fabolous.
Oh God, this was not Flow Rider Fab. This was not.
This was like Fedora rap.
This was
though.
like
this was that era.
Soul Tape Fab.
Not in. I want street rap Fab. I don't want this.
Well, when did he really give us like street rap?
I mean, there was like the first album, which still had like some we'll call girl cuts. Like,
I mean, he had
Hollow
back
stuff. Like Hollow Back stuff was fun, like Harlem Shake stuff.
Yeah.
But then we got mixtape Fab like fucking 10 years after this. That was just good.
Yeah, like Soul Tape and all that.
Stuff.
But that's when Throwing in the Bag came out, around Soul Tape.
No, Soul Tape came in way after Throwing in the Bag.
You sure?
It definitely came after. I don't want to say way after, but Throw It in the Bag is just worlds apart from Soul Tape era. I just wish there was more of that. But
way was Thrown in the Bag.
I'm not in on that stuff.
Yeah, when was that? 2010, 2011.
Let's do a number crunch, just for the fuck sake of it.
09.
09.
Throw It in the Bag.
09 was Thrown in the Bag.
And then Soul Tape.
Oh yeah, he had
11. So it wasn't that far apart.
Money Goes and Honey Stay. Yeah. With Jay on it.
I'm sure
he finally got his Jay feature on Loso's Way.
That's crazy.
Come on, man.
What was that Brooklyn joint from? Didn't he have a joint called Brooklyn? And was Jay on that too?
On Brooklyn?
I don't remember what album that's from though.
Was that before or after? Let's see.
I don't know, man. There was just that like Street Dreams was cool. Ghetto Fabolous was dope. I didn't listen to more Street Dreams. I'm looking at his discography now, and I'm just like,
listen, Fab is the equivalent of. He's the equivalent to Carmelo Anthony in the NBA.
He's the Carmelo.
He is the Carmelo of the rap game.
Interesting.
Almost.
How?
All right.
Did I make No, I'm saying he almost like did it. He was almost that guy, like Carmelo.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Fabolous had a couple moments, and now he's just on.
There was a time where Fab
tour.
was number one. Like he was the guy.
Yeah, he was the guy at one point.
Yeah. It wasn't sustainable. It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable to be number one, though.
He's not
unless you're
inherently corny and cheesy either. Like Flo Rida, but like,
you calling him Flo Rida though.
But like, see, like Flo Rida for the entirety that I was never in. He was always corny. Right? But there was that pocket where
wait a minute. No, he came out not corny though.
Did he?
I didn't know about
that. He had one run, just like how with Pitbull, like around the time that Pitbull
apple bottom jeans.
Before that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
no, before that. Before that.
I didn't know that part of it. I didn't know that early stuff then. I'm ignorant to that. Because I know Pitbull, people say he wasn't corny in the beginning too, and I'm like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Pitbull has some.
I mean, yeah, he has Kulo, which is fucking massive. Like,
but even before that, like he was on like the DJ Khaled records from
right.
With Lil Wayne and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, Pitbull still has a couple you can pull off, like the
I like
stuff like that.
A lot of songs that go off are corny.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. But there's shades of that. There's like I had the time of my life, like that one, then like like I don't know. There's different versions of
different levels of corn.
Yeah. Layers of corn.
This is cream corn. It's not off the cob.
Okay.
This is It's a little bit more corn digestible. Light. You're not biting into the straight corn. Round 5, gentlemen. I'm ready to wrap this round up. Monica, Don't Take It Personal, or Fabolous. Here's your street record, Neek. Fabolous, Breathe.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
What, Neek? What you got?
Fab.
Really?
Ooh.
Breathe, stretch.
No. Breathe.
No, breathe. One into the, two into the, three into the. First you gotta, then you gotta.
First you gotta breathe. Oh, even better. Yeah.
That's.
Wow.
He was in on Breathe, Stretch, Shake, and boy, he's really
in on both of them, right? I'm not tripping. He's on the remix of Breathe, Stretch, Shake. Let it. Yeah.
Was he on there?
I think so. I could be terribly wrong. I could not know what the fuck I'm talking about. All this could be null and void. My opinions completely be out. You don't even know Fabolous, dog.
Oh
man. I'll pass it to Jax. Which way you going on this?
Oh man. You know what? I like Breathe because of Just Blaze. I don't really care for Fab on it personally. I've never been a big Fab fan. I'm gonna say Monica, Don't Take It Personal. Just and with the LL Cool J.
That's all I'm about to say. Backseat.
Nod to Backseat. Come on, I'm gonna take that.
Fair.
Let me sit the fuck down because I just confused Mace with Fabolous.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Let me take a seat.
No, but you were ready, dog. You were ready with the stretches and everything.
Yeah, you sure were.
You were ready.
Yeah, you did a whole routine on us.
My man said round 5, I got to dance for this one.
And dance my ass into a seat.
I could just see a Fabolous concert, and Neek's like, they're like, hey, we're
waiting
opening up with Breathe, and he's like,
and
yes,
the wrong Breathe.
Yeah, let me come out and do a dance for the concert, and then we'll start the show like that, and you do the Breathe, Stretch, Shake.
You put me on a podcast, bro. That's so embarrassing.
That's so funny.
Lock it in. Next time I see you, you're getting both versions back to back because they're pretty close.
There you
go. Travis, the tiebreaker. Which way are you going on this?
Man, Monica.
Monica.
That LL sample. I actually do that routine with the LL into the Monica all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's
the definitely
song. And that's how she came out. That was like her first single, right?
Yeah. Right?
Don't take it personal. Yeah.
Don't take it personal rules though. It's good.
Yeah.
This was the first song that I heard from her, at least, and yeah, definitely.
Would you guys have felt different if Holler Back was on there? Holler Back Youngin. Would you have gone Fabolous?
Verse Monica, that Monica song?
Yeah.
No.
I'm still picking Monica.
Monica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I got it
sample.
wrong, this is still one of my favorite Fab songs.
That's so funny.
Like it's in my top 10 Fab songs. But
what about this? Let me throw one more corkscrew in. Monica, Don't Take It Personal, or Fabulous and The Dream. Shorty is the shit.
Oh man.
Now I'm going Monica there.
Monica.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah, I'm gonna go with Monica too, because that reminds me of the Tamia joint. I love that Dream record, but without Fab.
Sure.
I love that Dream record.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's saying there's a lot of joints where we're like, yo, this is dope, but the one without him is better.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Right. Here's the OG. That works for everyone. Let's get into the lightning round here. This is for Big Jacks only.
Oh man.
It is
Pressure.
a this or that. You pick one, and the other one you have to delete out of existence. It's no longer your Serato. You go to pull that record off the shelf behind you. It's an Air 404 ? We don't know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Starting with MF Doom or Will Smith.
I'm keeping Doom.
Okay, Doom stays. DeBarge or the Jacksons?
Sony Jacksons.
Yeah, this is the Jacksons win. You know, it's like victory.
Early 20 Jacksons.
So wait, we're not talking about the whole. Wait, we're talking about
not Jackson 5.
No. This is after Jermaine left. You add Randy to the group.
We got Randy.
Okay, and we're not even talking about
Dynasty, Janet. Victory, Triumph.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, DeBarge. We're keeping DeBarge.
Okay. It's because you said Randy.
I know.
If you didn't say Randy,
if I left out Randy, everything would have been fine.
Come on.
No, because I thought it was like just the body of their work, so including Janet. So I would, But yeah.
Okay. Fleetwood Mac or Tom Petty?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Fleetwood.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep Fleetwood. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Diddy or JD?
Oh wow. I'm gonna keep it with Puff. I'm gonna rock with Puff.
Okay. Armand Van Helden or Fatboy Slim?
Yeah. Armand Van Helden. Yeah. Keeping him. Definitely.
Okay. Supremes or Destiny's Child?
Oh wow. I'm gonna have to keep Destiny because when they go solo, got all the solo joints too, right? So
yeah.
All
4 members, all solo projects from all 4 members.
Oh wow, you're taking it back to all 4. I was thinking just the 3 of them, but yeah.
To be honest with you, it don't matter.
What's the 4th one's name? I forget her name. What's her name?
There's so many other 4th ones.
We did this.
There's a few.
It don't matter. There's only 2
There's
that
3
really
different
matter.
4th ones.
One is Randy Jackson. I will
of
say
course.
that.
Of course.
Which Randy Jackson we talking about here? Semantics.
Let's go Dilla or Pete Rock?
Oh man, Dilla.
Okay.
Keeping Dilla, of course. Yeah.
The Who or Rolling Stones?
Ooh, I'm gonna keep Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Musique Soulchild or Dwelle?
I'm gonna keep Dwelle.
Okay. Red Hot Chili Peppers or MGMT?
Ooh. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay. Mace or Drew Hill?
Man, I'm gonna keep Mace. I'm a bend and stretch for my man's Mace. You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Yeah, we'll take that. Nick appreciates that for sure. Ashanti or Sierra?
Oh, Ashanti, man. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Disclosure or Jamie XX?
I'm gonna say Disclosure too.
Okay. Lauryn Hill or Shaka Khan?
Oh, Shaka.
Okay. Method Man or Redman?
Oh man, Meth.
Okay.
But I love Red too, man. Shit, but Meth. Yeah, Meth.
Okay. Ray Shremmerd or T.I.?
I'm gonna stick with Ray Shremmerd.
Okay. Cypress Hill or Public Enemy?
Oh wow, Cypress.
Okay. Rick James or Childish Gambino?
Are we talking just about Childish Gambino as like an artist, or like his whole embodiment, like with Atlanta and all that too?
Neek says all of it goes. Yeah.
Okay, then Childish Gambino.
Okay, Rick's got to go then. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta save Atlanta.
You gotta save Atlanta. Beastie Boys or Run DMC?
Run DMC.
Okay. Steely Dan or Gangstar?
Oh wow, Gangstar is my favorite hip hop group of all time. So Gangstar.
Okay. Roots or NERD?
Yeah, NERD.
Okay. Queen or David Bowie?
David Bowie.
Clips or Mobb Deep?
Oh man, I'm about to go with the Mob for this one.
Okay. Weekend or Party Next Door?
You already know Party.
Okay. Okay. Kendrick or J. Cole?
Oh goodness, I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
Drake or Dr. Dre?
I'm gonna have to still ride with Drake, man.
Woo! Dre, take a lap. Get out of here.
I know, and that's tough, man. That's tough because I love Dre.
That's a Toronto-ass question. I had to.
Yeah. You should have. You gotta hit me with some Toronto ones.
Oh,
some
Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to, Neek, do a little number crunch on that one.
Yeah, hit me with a couple Toronto ones.
We got, let's see, Bryan Adams and Sean Paul.
Yeah, I love that. And Sean Paul.
Yo, I don't know if that was supposed to be a Toronto one because Sean Paul was like kind of here at one point, like for a long time. But I'm gonna go with Sean Paul just because, yeah.
That Sean
is funny. Big Timers or Yin Yang Twins?
That's all I got.
Oh wow, big timers definitely.
Okay. 3-6 Mafia or Wu-Tang?
Oh, I was ready to say 3-6, and then you said Wu-Tang, which is my favorite group of all time. Oh man.
Woo! He's on the fence.
This is the only one that really broke my heart to like. I'm gonna have to say Wu-Tang. Yeah.
The most discouraged answer, Wu-Tang, I guess. Yeah. Just my favorite group, Wu-Tang Clan. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess. But 3-6 is, dog, I was gonna wear like a 3-6 Mafia hoodie for the thing, but I didn't. It's a good thing I didn't wear it. I had to take it off.
Let's Juicy J or Project Pat?
Why are you doing that again?
Boom.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say Juicy.
Okay.
That was awful.
That really fucks things up for Drake without having Project Pat in existence.
Right.
But Juicy too, man. Juicy too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That fucks things up for a lot of rappers.
Juicy really fucks things up for Wiz though.
Yeah,
really fucks things up for Wiz.
Like the thing, like Juicy is like Juicy to me just doesn't get the props he deserves from a producer standpoint, obviously from a rapper standpoint. Like he was putting scratches on records still, even like within the last couple of years. Like,
crazy.
This man, he be cutting on records. He DJs, he does all that. Like Juicy is just, and just the influence
in general.
The 3-6 influence that in rap music today. Like I put out I did a mixtape of Memphis rap, and basically just bridging the gap between like classic Memphis stuff and then like people like Travis Scott, Drake, Cardi B, etc., who have sampled their stuff today, just to show just the impact that 3-6 has had.
Right. Where you find that at?
Oh, that mixtape is on my Mixcloud. There was an actual cassette too. The cassette sold out, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Memphis rap, or just I was gonna say Southern rap, but specifically like Memphis.
Yeah,
that sound doesn't get the respect. I don't know why either, but like it doesn't get the respect that it deserves.
because
I
people
think
are
it's kind of like
automatically
the
going to
South
put it to
in the 90s.
people automatically going to
taking
put
it
it to the
serious.
South, so they're going to automatically say like Houston, you know.
Yeah.
Atlanta,
But even
Houston.
them, like they were
Like look, like
widely
to me,
like influential.
like Memphis, like 3-6, like from like ASAP Mob to Raider Clan. Like I first started to notice about like 10 years ago, like when ASAP and Raider Clan started to come on the scene. But then you have people like, you know, Drake used a ton of Memphis samples. I mean, you got Project Pat on the album, but like on Nonstop, there's like a Memphis sample. Travis Scott used some shit, like I said before. There's some on like the Don Toliver album. There's like the influence is there, but a lot of people just aren't even like paying attention to it.
Yeah.
It's right under their nose though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just because it's like the imagery of it, of like the Southern, like deep South ass, like David Banner type imagery, like we assume, and then like the themes aren't serious. It's like it's all, you know, party music for the most part, unless it's like 3-6 early stuff, which is kind of dark.
Yeah.
But like, is that what it is? Is that's why we're not taking it seriously? Because the themes of the music aren't really serious?
I just don't think anyone's really put it out there and said it, like anyone with like a major platform. Like I said, like, you know, I put it out there. I let people know. I talk about it all the time. But I think until someone like, and I mean, you know, Drake kind of touches on
Drake
it. Like,
does it,
you know, Drake definitely does. And like, you know, I remember like the worst behavior video is down in Memphis. And, you know, he really showcased them there. But I still think it's one of those things that people aren't really gonna take in until like years later when you look back and be like, yo, this was, you know, like their influence is everywhere. Everywhere.
I'm still standing behind the mindset of, I think once people see that it's Memphis, they're gonna be able to like, oh, I didn't know that this was Memphis. I thought this was like Houston. I thought this was you know, some like Atlanta. You know, I thought this was like Miami shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of dudes now too. Like you got like Duke Deuce and like Key Glock and Young Dolph, rest in peace, and all of them who are embodying that old sound, but like for today. Because I love like those Key Glock records. If you listen, Yo Gotti. Oh, Yo Gotti's like, he's been around from time too, right? Yeah. So I feel like people just don't really give it the respect it deserves yet.
Yeah.
Right. Would we say that 3-6 Mafia is underrated?
Underappreciated, I'd say.
Underappreciated for sure. Yeah. I feel like there's still that discovery going to happen, like you guys said, where the younger generation, the TikTok generation, I mean, even people, you know, the nostalgia around the Stay Fly video with the skull shirt, like that had its own whole fucking lifestyle, its own moment. With Juicy J kind of at that point, Juicy J was on top. You know, there was a good maybe 6 months where that was the biggest song in the United States, you know, in the club everywhere. I just don't think they're able to maintain that pop crossover kind of club rap. You know, or
they were independent. They were independent,
which is the crazy.
Those guys are loaded.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, they have such a huge cult following, and that's why I say underappreciated, because underappreciated on a mainstream level, but on an underground level, anyone who's been up on that scene and everything, like, they're underground kings, no pun intended to UGK, but like, they really are. You know what I mean? Like, the cult following is crazy. Like, the stuff, that old 3-6 stuff, if you have like those old cassettes or vinyl or CDs, the resale on that is ridiculous. Like, I got a few of those joints, and it's just like, yeah, man. It's
crazy. And I feel like I do feel that Project Pat's underrated. Like,
oh hell yeah.
I feel like he has yet to get his flowers, and people are just now discovering him from Knife Talk and all of that. And it's like, finally, like, you know, Project Pat's the dopest. And his delivery is in my top 3 of all time.
Oh,
you
God.
know, like him and Doom, and like that shit is just the epitome of rap. In my mind, it's like this is the dopest shit. But people don't know about Project Pat.
Exactly.
They don't know about Gangsta Boo, you know, like
it's crazy, dog. Because like I think about Project Pat and Drake again. Like I think about that Block Boy JB record, Look Alive.
Yeah,
and those opening bars is just Project Pat bars that Drake took.
Yeah,
right. And people don't know that, but
yeah. When people started like bringing that to the light, I don't think people got to like how cool that was.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, oh, those are Pat bars. Like that shit is cool.
Yeah.
Unless you were like a weirdo and got mad about it, but like, obviously, it's like paying homage. Like,
I wonder if there was that moment. I was just a little too young. I wonder if there was a backlash from 3-6 Mafia fans when Stay Fly blew up, where they're like, "Oh God, these guys sold out. They're pop. They're glitz and glamour now with the music video and all that."
Yeah, see, that's a good question. I feel like, I mean, I can't speak on it because I mean, you know, I wasn't, you know, in Memphis. I don't know how they felt down there. I just remember like, just as a rap fan, just being happy for them and seeing, you know, because I feel like it came so late in their career too, right? So you couldn't be anything but happy for them to find. Like I felt like when they got the Stay Fly and they got like the Oscar, and when UGK started to get recognition from Big Pimpin', it was like just dope to kind of see these things finally happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They had the MTV TV
that album
show.
most known on. Yeah. You're right. I think I don't know. I never heard any like backlash, but obviously, like because of my age, I wasn't a teenager when the big stuff came out. You know.
Yeah.
So like I guess Still Fly is the big stuff, but I guess the stuff prior to that, like I was still watching, you know, Sipping on Scissor, but like music videos.
Hell yeah.
But like when Still Fly came out, that album, Most Known Unknown, that was my senior year, and like that album is still very much a 3-6 album. Like the album was like still sounded like a 3-6 album. The sound didn't change. I think just that song, because of the production, just blew up, and I don't think it took away from like real fans. I don't think it was such a departure from their real sound that fans would be like,
not at all. Not at all. I mean, you had April and MJG on there too. Like it was a real Memphis record. You had the Willie Hutch sample. So it was just like anything that you loved about them was embodied in that song. It just happened to be the one that caught on. You know?
I feel like if it was like a huge departure of their sound, then their fans would have been like, yo, what the fuck? But
I would have understood that. Yeah.
Which is crazy that sample, on a side note, the International Players Anthem sample, Willie Hutch had been used for Project Pat previously, before that even blew up. And it's like, yo, Pat is the Osiris of this shit. Like, he already had that sample. He already put that record out, you know, and then they made it International Players Anthem, which is arguably one of the greatest rap songs of all time.
Yes, definitely.
I heard there was like, I forgot who it was. Somebody was telling a story like Scarface was on International Players Anthem originally.
Oh, wow.
And like something happened where he like wasn't, like somebody else was on, I think it was Scarface. I'm probably going to get corrected, but it was some other huge like Southern rapper that like, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck would that have been? But because of scheduling and label stuff, like they had to move pieces around, and UGK ended up replacing whoever that person was, and just the stars aligned.
Yeah, it worked out.
Or it was 3-6. 3-6 was supposed to be on International Players.
Yeah. Because
that's what it was.
Because like you said, it was a pad joint that they produced, right? And they were originally supposed to be on there, but then it didn't work out, so they just UGK.
That's what it was. It wasn't Sky. It was 3-6. Yeah.
And then imagine the version on there. Yeah.
Imagine Outkast and 3-6 on that song instead. Like, I won't say better or worse, just would have been cool to hear both versions.
Right.
It would have been completely different. Like,
okay, well, let me ask you this: what's your favorite verse on that song?
Oh, Pimp C.
Yeah.
You say Pimp C? Man, there's something to me that leads me to go Andre, just based upon the intro, and it's just off the wall delivery. Just the whole track, the way it starts, the way he comes in, it's just like, this is not rap as we know it. It's it's way different.
Andre is just on another planet. So when he raps, it's like when a question like what's your favorite verse comes up, I don't even like my mind doesn't think Andre because it's like the league is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like the Mickey answers, like, of course, Andre, but like
to open up with the line, so I type a text to a girl.
No drums or whatever.
Yeah. Bizarro shit. You're like, yeah, no drums. And then they come in. Like he's sitting there in the booth. He's like, all right, hold the drums. All right, now bring it in. And it's like,
and it's perfection. Cause it's just like, to me, the way that the drums drop just do so much for his verse and then just so much for Pimp C's verse, right? It was just like, it's like the perfect contrast between the two.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
that
this.
is such good juxtaposition on that song. That's great.
Since we have you here, Jay, let me ask you, who had the best verse on Mercy from Kanye?
Man, I don't even remember everyone's verses on there other than the who's first? Big Sean?
Big Sean, Kanye, Push, and 2 Chainz.
Dog. I do not remember anybody's verse on that song.
Okay.
I would need to, like, I think if I heard it again, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay.
Sure.
The only one that I can only think of is the Big Sean, to drop it to the floor, make that ass shake.
Yeah. Revisit it, and we'll put it in the notes underneath the episode. The verse that you think is the best.
Okay, well, I feel like you're asking me because you have a theory on this, or you have a thought on this.
I always ask the homies this one because I'm always curious to see what people say. And Trav had to take a call, but he and I have pondered this quite a bit. As far as a Posse Cut for good music, it's up there as far as like some of the dopest shit. Visually, the 4 that they chose, the release of that, like it's tough. And it was just a time and a place kind of thing.
Yeah,
where
definitely.
It was like, we're not going to get that version of any of those 4 people ever again.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the beauty of music, right? Like,
right.
I was talking to the artist that I work with and just talking about how, like, when we record songs, it's like, a photograph. A photograph is just, a snapshot, literally.
Yeah.
In that moment in time, you might never look like that again. You're never going to be that age again, whatever, right? So, like, it's so dope when you think of that, like, song-wise, where you're never going to have those 4 artists, like you said, in that stage of their career at that point ever again.
Yeah.
So it's magical like that.
Yeah. It's crazy. Even thinking back to Duffel Bag Boy with 2 Chainz on that, where you're like, this is one of 2 Chainz' greatest verses of all time, and this is a player's cut.
Yeah, the Players Circle, right?
Players Circle, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's shit, man. That man deserves his flowers. He's
like when I think of like there's 2 people who come to mind in the last 10 years who really kind of just resurged. We mentioned Juicy already, and then 2 Chainz, like just to have a revamp in your career. And I mean, like, Juicy already had like a crazy career before that, but 2 Chainz was still, in Players Circle, didn't have a solo identity. So for him to do what he did and then go solo like he has, I always love those kind of stories.
Yeah. And a rebrand of ages. Like, talk about a rebrand in rap actually working.
Yes.
When there's so many people that change their name or that go by a different alias and it just falls flat.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they're older too. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was just like 21, 22. Like, these guys are, I think 2 Chainz is probably in his early 40s now.
Yeah.
But I think that's important to see because we see so many people, rap is always considered such a young boy game, and I get that. But we've been in hip hop has been around 30 plus years now. Like, there are going to be
skill
people
doesn't leave.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like sports.
Yeah. I mean, it leaves some people.
It does leave some people.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you got to remain cool. You have to age gracefully.
Yeah.
And if your cool leaves, you're not going to be listened to. That's the one thing about, like, you have to age gracefully, I think, because we always, the comparison is always with rock music, but rock is such an older genre.
Yeah.
As far as like pop music goes. And so when they age, like their fans stick around, they still listen to their stuff. And I think I've always wondered why that doesn't really happen in rap, but rap is so much younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we do have those rappers that are in their 40s or 50s.
And aging gracefully, because we've had them from before, but I felt like
they didn't age gracefully. They tried to stay young and keep their image.
Like a lot of our heroes from the 90s didn't do a great job for whatever reason in terms of like that revamp. You know what I mean? Some guys have, you know, like I think guys like Master Ace have really done well. And you know, a few others.
Pete.
But then there's
Nas, obviously Jay-Z.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely there's tons. But then there's also a lot where it's just like, damn, man,
most of them. Those are few.
Yeah.
But I think that's because they didn't have examples to go off of.
Yeah.
There was no template. They were creating the template. We had a lot of examples of what not to do, because I'm not going to believe you when you've had multiple successful albums and you turn into, and now you're still the rapper from your 20s talking about struggle or, you know, street shit, when I know you aren't doing that anymore. You're making your music off rap.
Right.
I mean, your money off rap. So.
Oh, wait, like, E40 is another one, you know, who's
E40 is another one. Just, you know, he aged gracefully and still like maintained his image without it like growing old and tired.
Yeah.
So I think now we'll see it more.
And I think too, getting like just working with the right artists, not hopping on trends, getting production that doesn't sound dated, you know, just keeping yourself fresh. You know what I mean? Pharrell's another one. I mean, you know, there's tons of people.
Yeah.
But you know, we can talk about the ones who haven't done it well, but there's been a bunch who have done it well. And I look up to them because you know, it's all about, to me, longevity and having a career, you know, not just being hot for the year or whatever, right? So
it's cool to see. It's cool to see now we're at a time where we're starting to see that. It's cool to be a fan of rap and see the people that you liked as a teenager still make music and still be dope.
Even in DJ shit though too. We should tie this into DJ shit. Like, man, now that we can see some of these people growing through their 50s and still smoking it, shout out to a friend of mine, Derek Carter, who, you know, is aging the absolute best, ripping clubs every single week. It's so good to see these titans that have been killing it for 20 years, over 20 years, 25, 30, you know, and you're just like, you've been hot for a minute and you still can rip a crowd of 21, 25-year-olds that are there just to see whatever deep house trend is going on or whatever house music trend, you know?
I think that's important to see as a young DJ too, and just as a young artist, because we just, you know, again, we hear so much about like, you know, just being young and this and that and people just falling off. But a lot of people are aging gracefully. And I think it's important for us to uplift them and show people like, yo, you know, this is the standard and this is what you can do too if you have if you approach the game the right way.
100%. Yeah. I think it's really easy to like as a DJ that's getting older to look and be like, yo, so where am I going with this? What do I got to do to stay on? Because you see these kids and they're fucking doing backflips off tables and yada yada. And like nothing against that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and shit on younger DJs for like being excited and dancing and putting their hands up. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as you're still DJing, who cares? If that comes with it, great. Like the crowd loves it. But you know, being however old plus, you at a certain point you're gonna look at that and be like, I'm gonna look silly if I do that.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? It's try hard. So how do I do this? Be able to still rock a crowd without being corny.
Yeah.
And I think there's, you know, it still works. Like people will still enjoy it. The skills pay the bills at the end of the day, and the extra shit is just on top of it. It's just cherries and sprinkles and toppings. As long as you got the skill set and you're not a scrub, you'll be good forever.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it's just like you guys said, like finding your place in the aging gracefully and finding your place. So everything that we're saying now is making me think of like TikTok and thinking about like how like a lot of the older DJs have been hesitant to get on TikTok and explore it. And I think, and I was like that too. I was very hesitant at first, but I think me taking the time to watch and kind of see where I fit in So I'm not on TikTok dancing or doing whatever. And if you want to dance on there, cool.
Yeah.
But like that just wasn't me. But I found a lane for myself on there. And I think that goes for anybody, or just find a lane for yourself. It's a good way for you to connect with people, whether it be TikTok or whatever else. And you can do it without doing the cornball shit. You know what I'm saying?
You do it so well. I'm so glad you brought that up because I did want to talk about that.
I see you on there. I see you posting records.
I'm on here now. I'm right there with you where you said this is the last thing I want to do. Literally the last thing I want to do is add more social media to my life. More clutter, more distraction. I got Neek on board. Neek's posting samples and records now. I do want to tell everyone listening, go follow Big Jax on TikTok. This is going to be my first TikTok promo that we do on here. Jax goes into the deeper dive of the sample, and you're candid. You're like, yo, I don't really fuck with this song, but then I did the research, and I went through this, and I can appreciate, you can find the joy in all of this shit. You can learn something immediately from the music. And you found your way to make it your own.
And then that's what I'm saying, right? Because I was watching people's TikToks, and I'm seeing what's going viral or what people are going nuts over. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I could do that, and I could do it better. I could do it differently. Yeah. So I just did it, and I did it in my fashion. And that's what I would tell to anybody. It's just like, do it. Just do it how you do it. Don't feel like you got to go on there and follow any trends or whatever is hype.
Right.
Because if you do that, then you're
just gonna fall into the ether. Just motherfuckers doing what's hype.
Yeah. But it's a powerful tool, man. I mean, how you been liking it so far since you've been on there?
So I'm having a blast with it. I've kind of been keeping Neek updated. So I post the same thing on Instagram and TikTok every day at the same time, and monitor how my reel's doing and how my TikTok is doing.
Yeah.
Some are a little bit more, some are a little bit less. They're completely different crowds, though.
Yeah, that too, right? And I think that's important for people to remember that every platform satisfies different viewers and audiences, right? So it's interesting.
It's almost to the point, and you guys can all correct me if I'm wrong. Facebook is considered for very old people. Instagram is considered for old people, not very old, and now young people are TikTok. Like,
where's Twitter at?
Business professional and other.
Okay.
I don't know. It's somewhere in between. I feel like there's
Twitter is no man's land because everybody still uses Twitter.
I feel like people either like use Twitter still, or you're like, oh, people still use that. Like it's like one or the other.
Yeah.
And to me, Twitter's my favorite personally.
Right.
It's weird because like there's some stuff that I'll post on TikTok that won't really hit on TikTok, and then I'll post it on Twitter, and it'll go crazy on Twitter too. So like there's that as well.
Yeah.
It's
Twitter's the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell these guys would both give a testimonial for Twitter. New Twitter guys.
Newer Twitter guys. I was a Twitter guy back in like high school.
Yeah.
But then when Facebook happened, it was kind of the same thing. Like, because Facebook was a platform where you could just write out a thought and let it go.
Yeah.
And I would kind of do both. And then I was like, I'm just going to use Facebook because at the time everybody was like, the focus was there. So I really did away with Twitter forever. And now I'm back on Twitter and I'm like, oh, this is great. This is a whole new community. It's like,
it's amazing. I feel like maybe at the time that you were first on there, like Twitter started out as one thing and it became something totally, because I didn't expect it to, like, I didn't understand Twitter when I first got on there. I'm like, okay, what is this? I don't get it. And
just
then I started,
shit.
Like it started to click, and then I started to see like the different cultures and like the Twitter jokes, Black Twitter, all that stuff. It was just like, okay, I get it now, yo. I love, like, I always tell people like Twitter is like, you got to be like, Instagram, you got to be pretty and got the face. I ain't got the Instagram face, but you got the Twitter. Like Twitter, you just got to be smart too, man. Like,
witty.
You got the personality.
Clever. Yeah.
And then you kind of got to build, just like on TikTok, you got to kind of create your niche by who you follow and what you engage with. And then at a certain point, you realize your feed is kind of curated to your interests.
Yeah. I do find that Twitter at this point though is really hard to grow. Like if you just coming on Twitter now and you want to grow your following on there, like tough. I remember one of the homies, I think Flip Out said how he's been on Twitter for like years and like he's had 10,000 followers for like the entire time. It's like everyone is kind of stuck at whatever number they have now. It's not like TikTok right now, like the numbers, the algorithm and like the way people are like on there, it's crazy. But Twitter would be like, you'd be going viral every week and then get like one follower.
right. It's,
you know what I mean?
It's great, man. Like I sent it to Neek the other day. I made a tweet about Tom Tom Club, and Chris France from Tom Tom Club, one of the founding members, liked it on Twitter. And it's actually him using the account. I'm like, this would never happen, maybe on Instagram, but never on TikTok, and definitely never on Facebook. Like to me, Facebook is the last avenue where you push out like any information of the project you need to. You're like, it's essentially going to a phone booth and dialing up and calling someone on the other end and being like, hey, I'm DJing at so-and-so tonight. And they'll be like, okay, cool. I forgot I still have this phone, that kind of thing. It's like a house phone of sorts, but because it's all old people. And as the trends shift and everything, and even on Instagram, the net has gone down. The algorithm doesn't want you to see nearly as much as you were a year ago, nearly as much as you were 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So you're going narrow and narrow.
The algorithm doesn't even want me to see my friends on Instagram.
It's true.
Calling stuff never pops up on my algorithm, but Neek stuff does.
Crazy. Yeah,
but calling stuff never does.
Crazy. It's weird, man. And then when you go on there, it's everyone just posting TikToks or old tweets.
yeah.
That's all it is anyways.
It's an aggregator. That's all it
is.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
I think Twitter gets the jokes first, and then Instagram a week later is like, yo, did y'all see that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? Get out of here.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Because like the people who are like, oh, you still use Twitter? I'm like, dog, that's where all the jokes come from. All the jokes that you're laughing at on Instagram. Right. Like that's Twitter is the Mecca. It's the birthplace. It's the Bronx.
Yeah.
Social media.
This weekend, Instagram's gonna find out that Dave Chappelle got rushed on stage.
100%.
Somebody will be like, yo, did y'all hear about Dave Chappelle? And be like, that's a month old. I heard about it on Twitter.
Yeah, man. It's true.
It's crazy how shit moves from platform to platform. 2 more questions for the lightning round, and we just have to ask them, and then we have to talk about some DJ stuff, as this is a DJ podcast.
I guess.
Yeah. Number 1, Sade or Aaliyah?
Ooh, Aaliyah.
Okay. And number 2, we ask this every single episode. We end every lightning round with this. Outkast or Hall & Oates?
Oh, man. Outkast. Okay. That's tough, man, because I've been going hard on my Blue Eyed Soul and my Yacht Rock lately. But Outkast, yeah.
Same with Travis. Travis went down the documentary rabbit hole. What was it, Travis? The Yacht Rock documentary?
Yacht Rock doc?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Is it like the real doc, or is it the spoof one that's been on YouTube?
The spoof.
Oh, y'all love that one, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so good.
Who put us onto that? Graham? I think Graham.
It was Graham.
Graham Funky. Shout out to him. He talked about that.
The Warren G episode is my favorite one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Yeah.
I stopped at the Michael Jackson Human Nature. Man, Eddie Van Halen was mad at Mike for going smooth.
Yeah.
So good. Everyone needs to rewatch that. That way, you'll be caught up next time we talk about it, which is
there you go.
Most likely the next episode. We've been dialing into that a lot.
Forgot we were still in the lightning round.
Yeah,
no, that's
I took a step.
Like, what?
I stepped away. I took a phone call.
Yeah, I have to have the referee whistle. I got to make sure we ask the Hall & Oates question.
True.
Someone's got to do it. Let me ask this: is Big Jax a DJ first, a producer first? I know Big Jax is a lover of music. If you had to describe yourself, Would you say you are a producer followed by DJ, or the other way around?
I guess I would say a DJ first, because that's literally what I was doing first. When I first got into music. Well, when I was a kid, it was like DJing and rapping, but then I started just going towards DJing. But even though when I was young though, even though I was DJing, I still loved like the producers though. Yeah. So even though it was like I'm a DJ first, a lot of my DJ influences are more on the production side than like straight up the DJ side.
Right. Was your interest in production based upon sounds you were hearing and you wanted to create something? Was there a void? Is that why you started making music?
I think it was just like something that always just kind of came to me. You know what I mean? Like like I said, I used to rap. So, I used to write as a kid and do all that stuff. And I stopped doing that for years, but I never stopped. Even though I stopped, I still never stopped doing stuff in my head. You know what I mean? So I'd still be writing. And then it got to a point where I just started, things were just coming to me. I'd hear melodies and I'd start singing along to them and shit. Yeah. I'm like, well, I've already written lyrics before. Let me just, mesh the two. So it was just like a natural thing. It wasn't even like because I felt like, I need to make music. It's one of those things that you just can't deny. You know what I mean? Like, just when you're drawn to something, it was just like, this speaks to me. Right.
What were your influences growing up?
In terms just like music influences and just everything. Man, well, yeah, Wu-Tang, definitely like, hip hop wise. I mean, I would hear like a lot of just a lot of hip hop and R&B, but my parents, my dad, he was from the Caribbean, so like just like a lot of calypso and soca. Sure. You'd hear there's such a big Caribbean community here, so you just hear a lot of soca, reggae, calypso, all that too. You can't really deny that. But yeah.
You're born and raised in Toronto, or you moved there?
Yeah, born and raised here, and then my parents were originally from the islands. So, yeah.
Growing up in that scene, who were the big players? Like, who were the people that you look to be like, this person's doing it, and I can do it too?
Yeah, DJ wise, Mastermind was huge. He's like, just any DJ around my age who was coming up, he was like the guy. Like, he had the big hip hop show, and he had a hip hop show on commercial radio. So you would listen to him every week just to hear the new stuff, starting from scratch. Who's still doing his thing, and I love the fact that Scratch, since the pandemic, even like with Twitch and everything, he hopped on Twitch and started to get a whole new audience of people who started to like tap into what he's been doing. But he's been doing it for years in Toronto. Right. So like guys like that, guys like Baby Blue Sound Crew, these are all just like big names in Toronto.
And did you use Twitch during the pandemic?
I didn't really, actually, at the time. Like, I love Twitch. I think it's great. Yeah. I just didn't focus my attention into it because it was just like, that's a whole new like thing to learn and invest in. And so I decided to just start to really invest and put my time and effort towards making music. So I just really focused on that more. But I mean, I've streamed here and there. Like I did some streams with Bastard for his barbecue, and just with a few other homies, did some like Serato stuff. So yeah.
Right. No, that's fucking dope. And I was looking at your output creatively.
Yeah.
So many productions that you've been working on. Yeah. You've been working with, I don't want to say the name wrong. You just put it up on your Bandcamp. There was a record that was out.
Oh, yeah, with Angela Apigo?
Angela Apigo, yeah.
Yes,
can you tell us about that project?
Yeah, so Angela is a singer from here, and we connected a few years back, just randomly, just organically, and that's really how I like to do it. Yeah. And at the time, I wasn't making music. I had been making remixes and edits for like a long time, and at that time, I started to kind of scale back on them. I was doing more like just mixtapes, but like my remixes and edits, I kind of scaled back. Yeah. But I had ideas for original music. I just didn't have any artists to work with. And then she approached me and we just started talking, and like I said, it organically connected. And I sent her some tracks and she wrote to them. The first one was Higher, which is the first single that we put out together. And then, we just started working on stuff. We worked on a whole EP together too, which is what just came out on vinyl. Yeah. And Yeah, man, it's been an interesting process, and shout out to the homie Cut Corners because he's helped me a lot with that too, and like we've done some stuff together from before that too. So yeah.
Man, that and Cut Corners is Serato
Yes.
guru as well.
Yes.
Guys, don't message him on Twitter either about Serato issues. I saw everyone's like, hey, Cut Corners, can you help me with this? Can you help me with, like, just go through Serato first.
Dog, I had a studio session with him on Friday, and people were FaceTiming him the whole time, and he's like, yo, this is my life. And I do my best, like, unless I absolutely have to, I never ask him if I can avoid it.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? Shout out to Maddie. He's a great dude. He's always open and willing to help people out, especially like, you know, just anyone who needs that. So
for sure.
Yeah.
It's tough being so good at something or having your job be something that everyone is always having some sort of fit with. Like even last night, I've been playing at my Tuesday residency. It's no secret that there is an equipment shortage universally right now. If you have a mixer, if you have good gear, cherish it, hold on to it, take care of it, because a lot of these places are backlogged trying to get mixers and stuff like that. We're in the process of replacing an S9 in the club that I play at on Tuesdays. We have 5 S9s that are not working.
Wow.
And we have one that is a rental right now where the queue does not work. One of the queues does not work. And I'm having dropouts. I'm having 4 dropouts where the mixer just freezes and drops the audio. And it's not a computer issue. So there's those moments where it's like, it's so easy to get a hold of somebody and be like, hey, I have a question about this or issue about that. But with this Serato shit and this tech shit, and it's only getting more difficult. Neek and I talked about that the other day.
Yeah.
Technology, and I think we even mentioned on the podcast, you are at the mercy of the technology.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, that sounds like a firmware update, but
and we just did that, which is the crazy. I had the issue after the update.
Oh, great.
Which is the craziest shit. So, but you know, no matter how good of a DJ you are, nothing can prepare you in coolness, in cool points or whatever, the moment your audio drops out in your Serato.
Yeah, really, you're just, all you can do is be ready to put music on quickly. That's right. That's the prepared part of being a DJ, is like, oh, the mixer fucking dropped out. Good thing I had a flash ready to go. Like it. Right. You still lost the music. Like you're at the mercy of the technology. Absolutely. And it's not your fault. It's just
And shout out to the Serato people and Cut Corners since you mentioned it, because shit's not easy sometimes, and we talked about it before. And no matter how good of a DJ you are, you're always going to run into some tech issues. I wanted to ask you about your workflow, your production workflow, your DJ workflow. What does an average day look like to you when you're working on a song and when you have to DJ? What's your weekly look like?
Yeah, see, like working on songs is weird for me because like it usually just, if I'm writing the song, like writing like the lyrics and stuff like that, a lot of times it comes to me at the worst time. Like it might come in the shower. If it comes in the shower, that's cool. Or if I'm like going for like a walk. But sometimes it will come like if I'm like in the middle of something and like I can't get it out of my head until I start to like get the ideas down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm grateful. Whenever I get hit with that like, you know, the creative ideas, I'll just kind of get into it. But it's not like I don't necessarily be like, okay, you know what, let me sit down and write some songs today. It's more about kind of when it hits me, or if I work on something. More so, I'll sit down and work on stuff if I get like some samples to go through, and I'll go through samples and I'll work on some ideas for that. And then as I'm working on it, it might be like, oh shit, you know what? Some of the melodies hit me though, the lyrics are hitting me, and then I kind of work. When it comes to like working on like DJ stuff and like mixtapes and stuff, I mean, I spend a lot of time on them. Like, I mean, I made a million mixtapes, but like when I consider like the ones that I've done, like the Big Jacks Presents tape, so it's like the Memphis one I mentioned. I have one called OG Recipe, which is all like original samples. I spend a lot of time, like, you know, the Memphis one, I spent a lot of time just doing research. You know, like the amount of research that goes into like the stuff that I personally do, like my own personal projects, is quite a bit. Yeah. And it can be, you know, like, you know, stay up to like 5 or 6 in the morning. It's not always like that, but like when I get engulfed in an idea, I'll go all in.
Yeah. A lot of reading, a lot of listening, going through.
Yeah, listening, reading, just connecting dots, learning about, oh, you know, this is connected to this, you know, this sample, this just research, man.
I think that's so slept on, and I want to give you your flowers for that. I think
thank you,
a lot of days now people will go to the record pool and be like, okay, this is what I have. These are the colors I have in my palette right now, and this is what I'm going to paint with tonight. And
that's cool. And that's cool. Sure. I mean, there's art to that as well. And I mean, I've done that. Like certain mixes where like I just kind of tap into that.
Right.
You know, I might just tap into the pools or whatever. But like again, like when it comes to my own personal, like if it says Big Jacks Presents, if it has my logo on it, where, you know, and stuff that I put out on cassette and whatever, like I'll go that extra mile. And so I'll do my best to make sure I cover all the points. So it's like I can't do everything, but I'm going to do my best to do it as much as I can.
Yeah, I think that's dope. And correct me if I'm wrong, have you been on a city pop kick lately? I saw you posting a little bit.
I mean, not even lately. It's been for a minute. You know, I've been out to Japan a couple times, so like I was already familiar with stuff from before that, but then going out there and having a homie out there, shout out to my dude Suji out there, who took us around and showed us stuff, put us on stuff. Shout to him, shout to my homie Matoya out there, who's like a big, just Japanese, great DJ and just like a dope dude who knows his stuff, and he puts me on to hella shit. So like, I mean, the city pop stuff's been, and it's been crazy. Like, are y'all tapped into it at all? Like, kind of familiar with stuff?
Yeah,
right.
A little bit. Nick is our city pop affiliate.
Yeah, and it's cool seeing like The Weeknd use the Tomoko Iran record for Out of Time, and then it's just seeing like I was wondering to see if like from that record if more mainstream artists are going to start tapping into city pop stuff.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
It's crazy to see like a huge artist like that using it.
Yeah.
I know, I think it was last year or the year before, like lower, like underground artists, I guess we'll call them.
Yeah.
Benny Sings put out the city pop album.
Okay.
On Stars.
I know there was that Genevieve record, Baby Powder.
Powder.
The Henri sample.
That sample.
So good.
I love that. Yeah. Like I remember I wanted to use that sample because I had bought the record. I thought about
Eric Roberson with the Ayako.
Yeah,
I beat the shit out of that Genevieve record.
Yeah.
I played that so many times.
Yeah, it's cool to see like influences in pop music now being used on it, which is crazy because to me, like when it blew up, city pop, like for the heads, that was a minute ago. Like the big boom was probably like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like when I first started tapping in, like really tapping in, like I had bought records like at least 10 years ago, but I wasn't really paying attention. Then I started to pay attention. This was before it really took off. But in the last couple of years, especially when people got familiar with Plastic Love, the Maria Takuchi, that it's crazy because there's that one YouTube of the song and it's repeated for how many hours? It's repeated for like
it's like 10 hours of Plastic
Love. Something stupid, right? And even the very, very, very first TikTok that I posted, I did a blend of Mariah Carey and with Plastic Love. And that was like a social experiment because I'm like, okay, well, Mariah's popular, or at least known. She's a big diva. City pop is big, especially Plastic Love. Let me do a blend with this and throw it on TikTok and see how it does. And that shit had like, 15,000 views, within the first day. And I never got that kind of numbers on anything like in that period of time. So that was interesting to see. And then I've posted a few city pop things on TikTok and they've all done really well. So yeah,
I love that there's a niche market for that too. Like,
yeah,
as far obscure as you want to get now, it's not obscure. You know,
it's not.
there's
You
a
could.
huge fan base for everything. Like, you know, we were on there the other day. I was showing Nick some stuff. People that just want to talk about the Beatles. People our age that are thrilled to talk to you about anything about the Beatles. And it's like, my biggest holdup, and I tweeted it out, I was on the fence for a while with joining TikTok because I didn't want the food pictures. I didn't want the dances. I didn't want the X, Y, and Z, the makeup tutorials, all the additional stuff that doesn't apply to me. That I have no, you know, and there's a realm for that. It's its own world. Now that I'm in it, after 2 weeks, I'm surrounded by people that love music more than myself. Yeah. Like someone that absolutely is obsessed with music, it's just the tip of the iceberg for how excited people are to share their music.
You're right, man, and it's wild to see that. And I think it's super cool. And once you find your lane on there, it's interesting.
That's a good thing that's come from music being so accessible. You know, with Spotify and everything like that. It's crazy, man.
And it's crazy just seeing. I think when you post stuff on there and organically can just go viral, instead of because there's a lot of people doing the most to go viral. Right. But when it happens like organically, it's a cool thing to see, man. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
And I have to shout you out for your blends too. I play your blends and edits. I play Mysterious Vibes just about every damn night. You made that a minute ago.
Oh, thank you, man. You know what's funny? Because I like when people like say the non-common stuff, you know what I mean? Because there's a few that people really like, but then I didn't expect you to say Mysterious Vibes, so I appreciate that, man.
Is there a place where people can get all your blends and edits? Do you have them up?
Not really these days, man. Like, I mean, if people want anything, I have stuff in the Dropbox, so like I can just they just hit me on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Yeah. You're gonna see a DM
I'm
from
gonna
me.
send you the folder.
Yeah.
I mean, because even like I have a few things on Bandcamp, but I really want to keep my Bandcamp to like the original music. I don't really want to. There's gonna be a few things on there, but I don't really want to, because they've been clamping down on Bandcamp.
Right.
Crazy. Yeah.
We have a couple housekeeping questions that we have to ask, and then we will send you on your way. I know we're taking up your time today, but
look, hold on. Look, we here talking about music, we nerding out. I love it. You know what I mean? So it's not even taking up my time. I'm honored to be here, man. Appreciate y'all.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Nico.
So what we do around here.
Yeah.
Around these parts,
I like to set my friends up.
Normandy. Sorry. I was about to get into my Friday.
I like
this
to set
here
my
little
friends up.
twin. My nigga. All right, sorry.
I like to set my friends up with endorsement deals to fast food establishments. A la Bad Bunny, Travis Scott, and artists of the like. What is the Big Jack's meal and where is it?
Wow, okay.
Actually, this is going to be real interesting.
I'm interested in this one because you're in Canada.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the rule.
Okay.
Don't hit me with no mom and pops. This is a commercial endeavor.
Okay.
We're looking for big
So you can say
here.
Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons will work.
If you hit me with the Tim Hortons, I'll take
Tim Hortons gets a pass, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Get my Tim Biebs on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have Tim Hortons in
Nope.
Portland?
No.
Okay. Because I mean, I've seen it like in a few U.S. cities.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if it made it down to you guys yet.
I can see it being in Portland, though.
Oh, 100%. We have all these little mom and pop coffee shops. We have all the little bikini coffee shops because, strippers live here in Portland. So.
Oh, dog, listen. The first time I went to Portland, I went to Mary's.
Okay.
Shout out. Yeah.
Shout out.
I went to the name some other ones.
Casa Diablo.
I went to Casa Diablo.
Acropolis.
Sorry. What was the last one? Acropolis.
Yeah.
Acropolis.
Yeah. That's a
Steak bites.
steakhouse, right?
Yeah.
That's a steakhouse. Yeah. Did I go to? I went to Casa Diablo. I went to Acropolis, I think, and I went to Mary's. I definitely did my tour
That's
when
good.
I was out there.
Folks,
Yeah.
for the record, Big Jax is a patron of the arts, a fan of the
Yeah.
dance.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
He loves the performing arts. I love that. That's great.
Gotta support the independent workers.
You got it.
Is that how Toronto is, or is it no fucking way? Not even close.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, in Canada in general, like the strip clubs here are just not like America.
Right.
Like, I remember going to King of Diamonds my first time, and just felt like a rap video. You know, have y'all been to KOD before?
I haven't.
No.
Yeah, it's wild. There's just money all over the floor. There's dudes like sweeping up money into garbage bags. It's like a big ass warehouse. You know, bitches is coming down like the poles, like it's like a fire station and shit. It's wild. Canada doesn't have anything like that. And then even like what y'all had in Portland is just like, because first of all, Canada we got loonies. We don't have a dollar bill anymore. So imagine going to the strip club and throwing coins,
making it hail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just not the same. It's not the same.
Or stacking them up politely. This is for you, milady.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Giving her chips like in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just insert the coin. You know what
I mean? Thank you.
Yes.
It's different, man. So, but okay, to go back to your original question.
So where are you eating at?
Where we eating at? Well, when I'm done eating at Acropolis, you know what I mean?
Boom.
Okay. Okay, so it's just like a fast food spot, right? Just like
so like we need your meal at your spot, like, and be specific. Like,
okay,
if you like to add shit, take away shit, like I need a very specific order.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a restaurant in Canada that is predominantly in Ontario, which is the province, not state, but the province that Toronto is in. There's a few other locations across the country, but it's predominantly in Ontario. It's called Swiss Chalet. It's a chicken and ribs place. It's like a family restaurant. Yeah. Chicken, ribs, rotisserie chicken, and ribs. And it's a very polarizing place. You either love it or you hate it. I personally love it. It's a great, like, reliable meal. It's affordable. It's quick. It's easy. My go-to order there usually is like, I get like a double leg dinner. So you get 2 chicken legs, you get French fries, and then you get like the side of like the chalet sauce, which is like a gravy. So I think my signature meal, if I had it, would have like the double leg dinner, but also have a rack of ribs, a half rack of ribs, and then some barbecue sauce for your French fries. A lot of people don't know about that science, but that's something that I like to do personally.
I like that. I feel
because the barbecue sauce that they have there is nice, man. So yeah, I'd have a double leg with a rack of ribs, and then the chalet sauce and the barbecue sauce for your French fries.
Pro move.
I like that. What are we washing it down with?
See, me personally, I drink water. I don't really drink sodas anymore.
That's
but
cool.
okay, but for the sake of for the sake of Toronto, I mean, y'all tell me if this is a thing in America at all. So in Toronto, you know, they love like the Sprite and Fruitopia mix.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I did not know that was a Canadian thing.
Yeah, it's a thing out here, you know what I mean? So they'll go to, like, especially when you're at McDonald's, go to McDonald's, get a little bit of Sprite, get a little bit of Fruitopia, mix it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like,
Fruitopia.
Yeah.
That's wild. We just went on a deep.
We did.
We did,
but I do like doing those mixes.
Rant.
Boy, do we have an episode for you.
Yeah.
I went on a deep discontinued beverage thing. Fruitopia.
Wait, y'all don't have Fruitopia?
But it's rare. No, they're not discontinued. It's just not widely available.
It's just like one flavor. I think McDonald's has like just the one flavor.
I don't even know if
McDonald's has a couple
carries
because
them
they have those. They have
the smart ones now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do they have Fruitopia?
But I don't think they have
like
Fruitopia
Fanta
anymore.
Do they have Fanta?
Fanta. That's what. Yeah.
And then what I would do at McDonald's that's close to this is I would do the high C and Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what
I would do that.
I like to say.
Or the Hawaiian Punch and Sprite.
See, we don't even have Hawaiian Punch out here. And I think
I haven't had.
I had it back in the day, but we don't have it. Yo,
I don't know
Canada's
if I can
very
drink Hawaiian Punch anymore.
I can't.
Oh my god,
I can't drink Sprite anymore.
Even as a kid, I would drink it and be like it makes you feel like you have a cavity.
If I had Hawaiian Punch, I'd be hungover tomorrow.
Oh, 100% you would be.
Hawaiian
it gives you
Punch drunk.
Filmy.
It makes you so thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It takes from you.
Canada said, "No way, we're not keep that trash. We don't.
Big
want
Jax.
We're not doing that to our people."
Yeah.
We
Jax,
got free healthcare, but we ain't.
How did you make your? How did you make Kool-Aid back in the day?
Oh man, I mean, just I guess just the regular way. You know what I mean? Like
follow the recipe.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really remember doing anything. I didn't really have Kool-Aid too much as a kid. As much as I wanted it, but I don't think my parents would like buy it. So like I didn't really have it. You know what I mean? I would have it like at other people's places.
Gotcha.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna bring back a rare question for this episode.
Okay.
Big Jax, if you could have one grocery store item, an infinite supply of that item for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Grocery store item. Oh man, so like this could be like
Oreos. It could be orange juice. It could be
trash bags.
Oh man.
I knew it.
Oh man. That's a tough one.
There's Big Jax again running around in that trash bag.
That's
You get a trash bag, and you get a trash bag.
You just handing out trash bags.
See, like my first thought was food, but then you mentioned Q-tips and like trash bags and like essentials and shit like that, right? Like,
I wasn't far off.
You know what I mean? Like
everybody laughed at me, but it's practical.
Like it's like, do I want to get toothpaste or do I want ketchup chips? You know what I mean? Like, see, because look, if y'all don't know, I go by the snack lord too. I enjoy snacks.
Okay.
So you know, us talking about snacks and stuff like that is, I was waiting for the moment.
Yes, your guy. You and Colin.
Oh yeah. Colin got some questions for you then.
Yeah. Yo, let's talk snacks, man. Because I'm sure we could do it. Okay, hold on. I still didn't answer your question though. Oh man, I'm gonna just say something dumb then, like just like toothpaste or something. Just quality essentials. You know what I mean?
Fair, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Toothpaste gets expensive. People forget.
Yeah.
I said trash bags and everybody laughed at me, and everybody ended up picking up really cool things after that. But I just feel like the worst feeling in the world is when you take out the trash and you come back and you're like, I don't have a fucking bag to put in there.
Right. Okay.
So you'll never have to be ahead of the game ever again. It's just always there.
Cosmo said mangoes, so there you go. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Mango.
Yeah, a specific. All right, how about this? Big Jax is going to the gas station, gassing up for a road trip where he's playing shows around the country. What is your go-to snack at the gas station? You can only have one snack.
Only one snack? Sour cream and bacon ruffles.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I don't think y'all have that.
We know.
Yeah. I had to get Canadian on y'all.
Damn.
I like that. I have questions. No, I love corporate food stuff. Like, I don't know why. And I love the regional shit. So is it bacon bits or bacon flavor? Like a
Oh, it's bacon flavored, but bacon bits would be kind of cool if I feel like something like that exists because I've seen like a bacon bit kind of chip the other day, but for the sour cream and bacon ruffles, it's just flavored. I mean, it's just like any other ruffles except it's just flavored, bacon flavored, and it's fire.
That's fire.
It's underappreciated, man. It's underappreciated out here.
See, we get the stupid shit in the States. Like we don't have ketchup chips. We don't have any.
We get everything.
Y'all have everything though.
The only thing it pisses me off when y'all get something that we don't get.
Yeah,
that's all.
Thing.
Like cooler.
It's always like
poutine
5
at
things
McDonald's.
Poutine at McDonald's.
Oh yeah, we have poutine at McDonald's.
Come on, fire.
But I mean, like, but y'all got all kinds of other shit. You know what I mean?
Like what?
And I mean, I mean, I haven't seen a McDonald's menu in America in a minute, so I don't know. There must be something.
You guys don't have poutine fries.
McDonald's be really holding out on us.
They do,
but I don't know what we have that y'all don't have. So
the thing is though, like McDonald's poutine is like a last resort. There's so much better poutine.
That's
no,
I
get it.
Say. Like it's still just fast food. Like
that's poutine emergency. Like we need to get this guy poutine set. Everywhere's closed.
yeah. Last resort, right? I mean, but yeah, they got a McDonald's, they got that KFC, they got it like you can get poutine pretty much like. Yo, I had this is very Toronto. I had a jerk chicken poutine the other day. And yeah, that shit was fire. Yeah.
Is poutine traditionally French fries or tater tots?
Oh, it's French fries, gravy, and the most important part to me, cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
Some places will do it. Some places will do like shredded cheese.
Not the same.
Nah, you need the cheese curds. It needs to be cheese curds. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's important.
What's the pizza scene up there like? I know you guys got Maker Pizza. I've heard of that one.
Oh wow, what you know about Maker Pizza?
I followed the man Matty Matheson. That's the only reason I know that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I went to I've never actually been to Makers. I went a couple times, but it was like during like the height of like lockdowns out here. So like the whole situation to get food there was kind of weird. But yeah, Makers definitely popping out here. A spot like north of Brooklyn. My favorite spot in the city is like a small mom and pop shop called Patando's. It's in Little Italy. They make fire panzerottis. They got the fire pepperoni slices. Just man, the pizza's great out here.
Hell yeah!
Damn.
I'm gonna need y'all to show me some spots when I go back to Portland. Man. I ain't been out there in a minute, so I need y'all to put me on.
We finally got an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, finally. There's been a lot,
and the homies own it. So
that's the thing. Like the Italian scene out here is like, I don't know.
It's not good.
We finally found a spot. I can't remember the name of it. Horrible.
Gabby's.
Yeah. Mon ami. Yeah. Gabby's. Yeah. But no, I mean, you come out here. We're going to take you to some dancing establishments. We're going to take you for some pizza.
The performing arts.
We're going to do donuts. We got to get the snack game right.
We're going to smoke a lot of weed.
Okay.
There you go. I will watch you guys. I will cheer you on.
Yes.
Keep smoking. Keep smoking. Okay. I will be the moral support.
Yes.
But see, I didn't have Voodoo out there. I had the other spot, Blue
Star.
Oh, even better.
That's a good.
You made the right choice.
You did.
Yeah. That's what I was told. I was told to go to Blue Star, not Voodoo.
Voodoo's not bad. It's not a bad place.
It's just touristy.
It's just touristy. Yeah.
It's
good. They have like original stuff, but Blue Star is like.
Yeah. They lost their.
Just to go back to your pizza question too, two other spots. I mean, not so much for pizza, but if you're talking Italian and like pasta and stuff, Sugo in Toronto and Teroni are two popular spots, man.
Okay.
I personally like Sugo even more so, but both of those spots is fire.
I'm due for a visit, man. I haven't played there in a couple of years. Last time I played at the Drake, which is
beautiful.
Okay. Itself. Yeah, the Drake out there is cool because they have an artist residence. So when you DJ there, they put you up in this loft, which is basically like it's got bunk beds, it's got full kitchen, and it's got stickers from everyone. Like like literally everyone that stayed in there. So don't use a black light if you stay there. That's not.
I mean, that's any hotel. I guess.
Any hotel. Right? Any hotel. But
the Drake is dope. I actually just locked in a residency there. I've been playing there I've been playing there for years, but I had something going on before the Pando started, and then now coming out of it, they got me for a couple dates in the last couple months, but then we finally just locked in like an actual schedule. So I'm gonna be there if y'all ever in town, I'm there the second Friday of every month starting in July.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Congrats on that, man.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
We love a long-term job commitment.
Right?
We do.
Absolutely. Couple more questions and we will send you on your way, Travis.
So we are developing our DJ biopic cinematic universe, a la MCU, a la Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Who is playing Big Jax in the Multiverse of DJ Madness?
Okay, so on the weekend, this chick came up to me and she told me she was like, "Has anyone ever told you before that you look like Virgil?" And I'm like, "Nah." So I don't think recipes of Virgil. He wouldn't play me, but I thought that was pretty funny that she said that. I feel like I've gotten Virgil before when I had my beard thicker. People were saying I look like Teddy Pendergrass. Which is just
that would be hard.
I like that.
You know what I mean? But I mean, like I've also gotten like Denzel too, so I'm gonna go with Denzel just because.
Yeah,
strong pick.
Yeah.
Strong pick.
Okay, Denzel's playing a couple people.
Denzel's playing a couple people in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, who is he playing? Oh, Bird? Is it Bird?
Yeah, Denzel's playing Bird Peterson as well, so this will work out very well.
Yeah, I mean,
when Big Jax and Bird Peterson are talking to each other in the movie,
One has.
It's just Denzel.
It's
He has a beard. Doesn't have a beard.
Yeah. It's like tracksuit uncle at the function Denzel, and then like training day Denzel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's great. Okay, Jax.
Yeah.
You stranded on an island. You only have one album out of all those albums to pick from. What album is it?
Why y'all doing this?
Yep.
On the spot.
There's only one rule.
Well, what's the rule?
It can't be like a burnt CD or like a mixtape.
It can't be like the mixtape.
It can't be a
Shorty
mixtape.
in the 8th
It
grade.
can be a compilation, but it has to be official.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Cuban Links. Raekwon. Yeah.
Fire.
I'm gonna just
Also, not a cheap record anymore. Not a cheap record when you see it out in the wild.
Yeah.
I know. Well, back in my day, look, I got the vinyl. I had the CD when it came out. I lost it, but I got the purple tape, the actual purple tape too. So, yeah.
I have the tape, but not the record.
Yeah.
I didn't buy when Get On Down did the box set. I just got the record. I mean, just got the tape.
Yeah.
Silly.
Man.
Did Get On Down reissue the purple tape too? I think they did the tape reissue, right?
They had like this crazy. So they did just the regular. You could just buy the tape, just regular. And then they released this display box with like a watch case, and it had like the clear top with the tape inside. And then I think they did the record with the tape, but I feel like if they did that, I would have bought that. So maybe they did it separately.
Yeah, I remember just like the hype around that release when it first came out, like back like in 95, I think.
Yeah.
Was it 95, 96? And man, I'm going with that album.
Hell yeah, that's a great pick.
Jazz, give us a little bit of quick rundown of what it was like when Toronto won the NBA championship.
Oh, dog, it was a beautiful time, man. I felt like that was just everything came together. Like everything was bubbling from like what Drake had been doing.
Yeah.
The Raptors were finally like on their way. It was, and for it to happen right before, the Pando hit, so we were all outside still. We could all celebrate in the city, be in the streets and everything like that. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, man. I was still so on the high for that, man. Just, I hope. Are y'all Blazers fans?
Bulls.
Bulls. Okay.
Bulls. Yeah.
Okay.
Celtics.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, because DeMar's still in the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So
still in the Bulls right now.
Yeah, shout out to DeMar, man.
Yeah.
But when the Raptors won, it was special, man. And I mean, I still like, because I'm old enough to remember like when the Blue Jays won back to back.
Oh, right.
Back in 92, 93. But we haven't seen anything like that since, And people, it's such a hockey town here. It's such a hockey country. That was a point in time where I finally started to feel like the media was starting to shift their attention and respecting basketball here, like how they should. So it was a great time, man. It's we're still on a high from that, man.
I bet.
Were you DJing that night?
I was doing that night. I was chilling that night. I was DJing throughout like other parts of the series, but that night, I had the night off that night. Yeah, it was a great night, man.
Where were you that night? Off? If you can remember.
I think I was just at home, man. I didn't even go out. Like I didn't want to deal with like just the crowds and everything. I was just like, you know what, I'm good to just watch this on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good, man. I actually DJ'd the Raptors training camp this year at the start of the season. So that was dope to see because no one expected them to even make it in the playoffs this year. So yeah, shout out to the Raptors, man.
Shout out.
Real quick, have you met Vince Carter?
I have.
Yeah.
So I used to work at the Air Canada Center, or when it was called the Air Canada Center.
I still wish it was called that.
Yeah, me too, man. But Scotiabank Arena.
Yeah.
But so back in the day, I used to work at the Air Canada Center, and there was an area in the Air Canada Center called the Sprite Zone, and the Sprite Zone was like cheap tickets, right? So Sprite like subsidized or Coke subsidized seats and stuff. You could get tickets for like $10. So we would like when we would set up before every game, we would see Vince, Jalen Rose, Chris Bosh, Alvin Williams, Mo Pete.
Yeah.
All them. You just see them all the time because they would.
Did T-Mac play up there?
Yep.
T-Mac. He wasn't. By the time I was working there, he was already gone.
Okay.
But yeah, he was there before that. Master P was a Raptor.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's right.
People forget. Yeah,
people forget.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so Vince, I would see Vince like so they would have their training, whatever practice before the games, and they would take the elevator down. So we would see them always come out. Jalen used to be the coolest. Jalen Rose, he would talk to us every now and then. Vince, but yeah, Vince would be around, seen him a few times, so that was cool. Yeah,
that's dope, man.
Yeah, man.
Vince kind of reminds me of like Kawhi, like he was like a robot, like hella serious.
Yeah, I never got to meet Kawhi. I never seen Kawhi around. I would see so that same place that I played at where Drake came to. All those guys would come, like all the Raptors, Blue Jays, Leafs, and whoever else was in town. Marshawn Lynch was there, and a whole bunch of motherfuckers would be there all the time. So I would see them all the time. I never seen like Kawhi. I don't even know if he eats food. I don't know.
Yeah, he probably doesn't.
Quick lightning round. And I already know the answer, but Grizzlies or Raptors?
Oh man, come on, man, Raptors. Man. But shout out to the Grizzlies, man. I was just in Vancouver, like I was telling y'all, man. So shout out to the Grizzlies. Shout out to Big Country.
Do they still embrace the Grizzlies even though they're in Memphis?
Like some people do. I think a lot of. And like, I feel like that whole area is like, I feel bad for them, man. Because like before the Grizzlies, they had the Sonics, but the Sonics are gone. The Grizzlies are gone. Like, but I see a lot of them show love to like the Blazers. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah.
Man.
We need all the fans we can get in Portland.
We do. Right now.
I wish y'all had a baseball team or something, man. Because I love baseball,
you're preaching to the choir right now.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, man.
You are preaching to the choir. It's a good city for it, but there's too many things going against it right now, and MLB has to figure out what they're gonna do with Montreal before they even think about Portland first. So
yeah, that whole Montreal situation.
Yeah, they did Montreal weird. Dirty.
Yeah, they were supposed to do that. They talked about doing the split between Tampa Bay and Montreal, which I don't even understand. Let me ask y'all this, because I remember like I've been to Portland a couple times, and I really liked it out there. And then I went to like Minneapolis, and I felt like Minneapolis. And I don't know if it was just me. It gave me like a Portland like little brother, like Portland's little brother vibe. Like
Minneapolis is honestly one of my favorite cities to be in, man. Minneapolis does have a Portland vibe, but
maybe it's the weather.
It's the weather, and it's that kind of that grunt. You know that Prince dark alley, damp, wet sound and feel. You know what I mean, Neek? You know what I'm talking about? That's what Portland has too.
It's kind of like grunge adjacent.
Yeah.
Just a different 10 years earlier. That's
exactly.
Yeah, because you know they have the grunge out, you know, for y'all, but then like Minneapolis, I think of like rhyme sayers and atmosphere and that kind of, which is still kind of in that same kind of vein.
Still very hipster.
Yeah. Indie hip hop, indie white hip hop, indie rock kind of vibe. You know?
Yeah. You're spot on.
Shout out to Mike 2600 on Minneapolis. As
Shout out.
And then shout out to Psalm 1 from Rhyme Sayers as well, who we have to get on the podcast. Psalm she's absolutely fantastic. Last question before I send you on your way, sir. We have a Spotify playlist where we are building. You get one song you can add to the playlist. It can be any song you want. You want people to hear blank.
Is this like a literal playlist that you guys do after?
No, we literally have this playlist.
Oh man. Oh, this is not an on the spot question. This is like, cause I've like, this is like.
He left.
He's like,
you know, my battery's about to die, so it's just like, now you can't answer that shit. Oh man.
We're gonna give you a freebie. We can put your tracks on there.
As long as they're on Spotify. Yep.
Yeah, is that a cop out? Me saying my own song?
No.
Okay. Well then, yeah, you know, I'm gonna say my own song then. You know what? Put Higher on there. Big Jax featuring Angela Pigo. That's, you know, the real popular one. So I mean, you can do that. You know, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah.
Done and done.
Yeah, because didn't Treasure Fingers put his song on there?
Treasure Finger put his songs on there.
Smart.
Who else put theirs on?
Did he? I thought he put H-Town Knocking Boots on there.
Ooh.
That's right. Treasure Fingers didn't do it, but
oh, maybe I put Treasure Fingers on there then myself.
It was
on your own accord.
Somebody else put their own track on there. I think it was Michael. From oh my god, it's so funny because I met Michael before I knew about his group. But just recently he was at Earth Cafe.
What? Who? Oh, Autograph. Michael Wing.
Autograph. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the one.
Yeah. Last but not least, Big Jax, where can people find you on social media? Let them know what you got coming up. Anything you want to promo right now?
Yeah. DJ Big Jax on Instagram is the best way. It will just take you to everything else. And just dropped my vinyl for my Sunflower EP featuring Angela Pigo, so that's out right now. Again, just go on Instagram and you'll get the links to where you can buy that. We just dropped the last video from that EP. It's for a song called Lullaby. So yeah, just follow me on there, and then we'll take you to where else you ever need to go for TikTok, Twitter, SoundCloud, Spotify, etc. All that.
Absolute honor having you.
Yo, man, appreciate y'all, man.
Hell
and
yeah,
anytime,
you,
man. You know, I'm down, man. Appreciate y'all, man. All right.
Hey, yeah, and when you come to Portland, man, we got you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull up.
Portland or Vegas? You're good in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let us know when you're in Vegas too, because we'll pull up to that too.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna get y'all on Instagram and Twitter too, because I don't think I have y'all on there yet. So
I just followed.
Cool. All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Everyone, stay safe. We will be back next week with more nonsense. Let's just say
more
that.
Nonsense for your head.
Shout out to Big Jax, and we will see y'all soon. Later.
All right.